All right, man. You know what it is, Torture Talk. All right, so look, man, today's episode, I want to go through this whole UMG case about Drake once again because the notice of an appeal, I'm going to give my another take on this, what I believe is happening. I believe why Drake is doing what he's doing. Um and yeah, man. So I think we're gonna go for a whole nother year of this case and this battle still going on. It seems like it ain't gonna never die. So before we get into that legendary spill, this is Torture Talk Reflect content. Please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies for one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I will be selling merch soon. So if you want to leave a donation to the channel right here, Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 19,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. I will be selling merch very soon. I got the channel. I got the page up. I just got to get all the bug fixes out. And I'm going to do a whole live walking y'all through how to purchase something off the channel, off the page, off the website. You got to download it, whatever you got to do. So we're going to get to that. All right, man. Make sure you go subscribe to Torture Talk After Hours. Drop some episodes over there every day as well. So look, man, let's get to this, man. This is pretty unique. All right, this comes courtesy of Charles Brown. You know what it is, man. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. Guy does really good work. Shout out to him. So let's get it.
Drake will not just let it go.
Drake, just let it go, man. Just let it go, man. Take the L, Drake. Take the L. Drake has appealed the decision of a judge that threw out a case for his lawsuit for defamation of character. Yes, he's still stating that Kendrick called him a PDF while the allegations were untrue. But this is the weird part. If you see right here in the third paragraph, it says that his lawyers are seeking to overturn the judge's ruling that Kendrick's lyrics were not defamatory, but hyperbole, meaning exaggerated. So it's like, we're not saying that what he said ain't true, it just was exaggerated. Who would have thought that two...
Yo, this is crazy work, bro. We ain't saying it's not true. We're just saying that he exaggerated a little bit. Oh, I ain't saying I'm lying. I ain't saying I'm telling the truth. Like, bro, I can't believe this, bro. They got Jenga up there? Yahtzee? Plays that stuff. Yo, this is crazy as hell. Bro. Hyperbolic. So you taking somebody to court for exaggerating something that you probably did? What about if it's their interpretation of what you did? Yo, I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe this. This is insane, bro. It really is insane.
Artists on the same label would both be beefing with each other. Drake really can't take that L, and I think Not Like Us has just gone back up on the charts. So I don't know, Drake. A lot of people are saying that they don't even remember the song really that much anymore, and you just keep bringing it back. So don't get in.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that with Homeboy, because while I was at, they played it like 3 times while I'm at, bro. Nah, they played a lot of Drake too. Ain't gonna lie. But they played that joint. They played that. They played in the club I was at yesterday. They played Not Like Us. They played Squabble Up, and they played what's the name? They played 4 or 5 Kendrick songs. They played Squabble Up. They played TV Off. I was shocked by TV Off. I was surprised with Luther. They played Luther, and they played Not Like Us, and they played Humble. You know what I'm saying? They played Humble. They did like a kind of a mini Kendrick set. And then they did Drake too. So Drake, a couple of Drake songs they played. It was mostly Drake with features, but I think they played maybe 2 Drake songs by himself. You know what I'm saying?
To a rap battle if you're not sure you're going to win.
What's up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking fact. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen. Why, gang? Why? When I first saw, I didn't want to believe it that this guy's going to appeal this. I made a video. Please don't appeal, gang. We still got to go through this again. We got to go through this nonsense again. I don't know what's worse, that this guy has so much stake money that he can sit there and pay these billable hours for these lawyers like it's nothing, or the fact that we got to now hear about this every single day with this lawsuit still. We still got to deal with this guy with this appeal that's going nowhere. We still got to hear Maul.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He's right. He's funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Why, gang? I think that this right here, and I'm really gonna dig into this, because I think that we are a kind of like, this is becoming a normal feeling as far as like what goes on in hip hop right now. It's like to me, it's kind of like a normal thing now that we kind of like allowing this to go on. Like, I've never seen people be so passive when it comes to this whole situation with Drake and how he handled this whole UMG thing. I've never seen nothing like it. I'm telling you, a lot of us so-called hip hopsters are more mad at Kendrick that he's doing a world tour than Drake actually doing a lawsuit. One's on the world tour, one's on a lawsuit. And it's crazy. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Rory and Maul flap his gums about Drake has this imaginary red button. Gang, that red button been broke. He done pressed that red button 50 times. That dude is the guy from Austin Powers, gang. Like, he's fucking the guy with the sharks in the tank, right? What was this nigga's name? I don't even know the damn guy's name at this point. Always asking for $1 million, like this guy. You're not, none of that shit's working. Your diabolical schemes they're all duds. You're Wile E. Coyote with the bomb that never goes off until you try to touch it. Blows up in your own face. This is silly and goofy. We're back here with this appeal. Salute to allhiphop.com, Grouchy Greg Watkins. I'm gonna read this thing because I don't have the strength to sit here and tell you about this lawsuit because it's so dead.
I know that shit was on mute. That's crazy. I'm gonna cut that part out anyway. But I was saying, I don't understand how on YouTube this what's the name is actually red on my screen, but on my phone here is actually green. So I don't know, maybe there's something going on with the color. All the other colors are the same except for that. So I don't know. But yeah, let's keep going.
So goofy. It's so Willy Wonka. It's ridiculous, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. This is going to Google, but we're here again. I'm gonna have to report on this because I have no choice. I have to report on this because the culture demands answers, and somebody need to tell you what's going on. Drake escalated his legal clash with UMG.
Well, we know where you at. You're in a Home Depot parking lot. Nah, I'm just joking.
By appealing the federal court's dismissal of his defamation case over Not Like Us. Nobody defamed you, dude. It was a battle, and you both said really mean things to each other. And I know you like to say he was lying. He was lying and I wasn't. Somehow you're righteous and Kendrick is the liar. Sure. Let me continue. Drake has officially taken his legal battle with Universal Music Group to the next level by filing an appeal after a federal judge tossed out his defamation suit over K-Dot's Not Like Us. On October 29th, attorneys for the rapper submitted a notice of appeal to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. I'm appalled, gang. Like, what else do we got to tell this guy? The culture not jacking it. Apparently, the judicial system ain't jacking it. Nobody's jacking it but you, Maul, and academics. But for some reason,
Yeah, I don't understand why Maul, academics, and a bunch of other people, I don't understand why y'all support something like this. Listen. Let me just say it like this, because I can understand why y'all would support it. That's y'all artist. That's your guy. That's who y'all like. What I mean by that is, in the scope of a diss track, why do y'all support something like this? Like, why? Honestly, is it because y'all doing this because it's a grift for y'all? But why? In the scope of a diss track, y'all saying that the record label helped Kendrick beat Drake to defame Drake to give Drake less money to sign him to a deal. Come on, bro. Come on, broskis. Broskinis. Come on, man. Don't take my word.
You're gonna put these papers in. You're gonna put these court officials through the nonsense again. Well, they don't care. They get paid to do this anyway. They're just gonna reject your shit again. You're gonna look even dumber. But let me continue. The filing reads, quote, Plaintiff Aubrey Drake Graham hereby appeals from the district court's opinion and order entered on October 9th, 2025 in the above captioned case to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Now, unless he got a judge in there in his pocket on some MAGA shit where we're inside the house, let's do it.
Bro, y'all gotta stop this whole MAGA thing, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. Y'all gotta stop trying to compare MAGA to everything, bro. I'm just gonna say, just stop comparing MAGA to everything. Like, I don't know why we do this. Like, I don't know why y'all do this. Like, it's just stupid. I'm just gonna move on from it. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Again, I don't see how this goes any further. And if it does go any further, I'm gonna say that the judge is in his pocket. There's no reason to push this any further. Judge Jeanette Vargas laid out the entire plan. She laid out everything to keep this case out of the court. He can't reintroduce no new information, Maul. Maul was like, well, according to Drake, he has some bombshell that it doesn't matter. That bombshell gonna go off in his pocket because he can't bring it to the courtroom.
I don't know why Maul said that. I think a lot of these people, Maul was the person who said that. Maul be making up shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Maul, you be making up shit. So Drake turned down the Super Bowl 4 times. The NFL came out and said that never happened. At least from the reports I read. It could be fake. Let's be clear. But I read these reports, and they said that they never reached out to Drake within the last, I think they said 5, 6, 7 years, or something like that, right? Then you have Maul saying that Drake was going to win the lawsuit up to $2 billion. That didn't happen. Then he said he heard the Iceman album, and there was a bomb on there. That was not true. You know what I'm saying? We didn't, with Iceman album, did you hear it? Because Drake said that he wasn't done it. Then this dude Maul said that Drake has something cooking up under his sleeve when it comes to the lawsuit, and that's why he put the appeal in. Bro, come on, bro. The appeal, they're appealing the dismissal. They didn't even get to the trial yet. That's what they're appealing. They're appealing that. They didn't lose the case. They didn't appeal. No, they're appealing the dismissal. They want to open it back up to get for them to get a fair shake or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
In an appeal case, they're going to look at the same shit that Judge Jeanette Vargas looked at and say yes or no. Unless, of course, they're in his pocket. Let me continue. The move follows a ruling by Judge Jeanette Vargas, who dismissed Drake's lawsuit earlier this month in Manhattan federal court. The case centered around the claim that Lamar's Grammy-winning track falsely portrayed Drake as a pedophile. There's many videos that contradict that being false. They actually showed to have a lot of merit when we start getting into wine coolers and spritzers. And my mom's friend used to slide me a wine cooler, didn't go get her own. And I used that as a model to going forward. There's a lot of things that came out in this battle that can contradict everything that you're appealing. But let me continue. The case centered around the claim that Lamar's Grammy-winning track falsely portrays Drake as a pedo, which the Toronto artist argue placed both him and his family in danger. Nobody's going to do nothing to you or your family. You should already be.
Yeah, I never understood why Drake would say something like that, put his family in danger. Bro, cut it out. You walk around with security all day. Put your family in danger? Bro, you've been dissing people all your career. Most of your career, not all your career. Put your family in danger. How? You said more egregious things than Kendrick Lamar said about you. And I think that's what we need to study. That Kendrick Lamar said some things. Well, then, no, I don't know about that. Kendrick didn't say he wish he died. I don't know about that, King. I don't know. You might be capping on that one, bro. Yeah, I am capping on that one. Nah, Kendrick definitely did say some things. Meet the Grabs. Ooh-wee.
Securityed up anyway. No one's going to do nothing before or after this battle happened. Let me continue. Judge Vargas concluded the lyrics were non-actionable opinion and fell under the umbrella of protected artistic expression. She also noted that the song's context and aggressive hip-hop feud would not lead a reasonable person to interpret the lyrics as factual statements. Why should his stuff be looked at as factual and your stuff that you're saying, people are like, we don't believe it. So at the end of the day, which one is it for you, gang? Like, people saying, you said that he beat his wife, da-da-da. A lot of people's like, nah, we don't believe that. When they called you a pedophile, some people like, we believe, some people don't. Why is it that your stuff feels like, oh, what I was just saying was stuff that was true, but his stuff was lies, and therefore people believe the lies, so it make it worse? It ain't making no sense, gang.
Yeah, he's absolutely right about that. But see, that's what Master Manipulator does. That's what people do in a situation like Drake. They do stuff like that. They make you believe something that's actually not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like, yeah, don't look at my skeletons, but I can open your closet. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's nothing in your closet, I'm going to put something in there. I'm going to make it out to be that way. But it's the type of stuff that Drake does. You know what I'm saying? We know this. Everybody knows this. And even his fans know this. Drake's doing an active, he put a lawsuit in against a rapper. Whether he's saying that he did it for this and that. No, look at what's on paper. We ain't talking about what we believe happening behind closed doors. Oh, the reason why Drake is doing this. So Drake used this lawsuit as leverage against the music industry. We ain't talking about that. We talking about, what does it say? What does the paperwork say? Paperwork says they actively defamed me. They allowed him to defame me, but they did their job. That's what they were supposed to do. Just like if you was to do that to him, what you tried to do, they promoted you too. So they actively try to defame him as well. It's called a rap battle. They funded both sides of the war. Yeah, go ahead and take each other out. You're gonna make us money in the process, and we're gonna promote both of y'all. Y'all gonna make money, and we're gonna make money. Well, go ahead. Do it. That's what they did.
Drake did not sue Kendrick Lamar directly. Instead, he targeted Universal Music Group, the distributor of Not Like Us, claiming the label profited from and amplified the alleged defamation. You mean they promoted their product? You mean they promoted both artists involved in the beef because both artists are signed to distribution deals? They promoted you both records, and his record hit and yours didn't? But somehow they're wrong for promoting the artist they are contractually obligated to promote. Somehow they shouldn't have did that, but do it for you. Drake, it makes no sense. This is Goonie Google at its finest. It is the most ridiculous lawsuit I've ever seen from anybody for any reason. It makes no sense, but you're going to appeal the decision. Let me continue. The lawsuit also accused UMG of manipulating the song's success through pay-for-play tactics and artificial streaming boosts the same way they do yours. But the court dismissed those claims for lack of credible evidence. There is no credible evidence because he doesn't know that that's true. He know that they...
And that's what I be saying to y'all. A lot of y'all go off of how y'all feel, but there was no evidence of that. There was no evidence that these record labels paid people to play Not Like Us. They would have had, I'll be honest with y'all, and this is just a fact. They would have had to heard Not Like Us and knew that this song was gonna blow. Right? They didn't know that Not Like Us was gonna be so big like that. Nobody knew that. I was the only person that knew. Even my boy, when he heard it, he didn't like it at all. I said to him, I said, bro, this is gonna be the biggest song of his career, bro. He said, nah. I said, I'm telling you, bro. Trust and believe. This song is out of here. And this is the first I heard it, and he texted me, and then I texted him, and he called me. He said, I don't like that song at all. And I was like, bro. He said, yeah, I don't know what Kendrick think he doing with that. I said, bro, trust and believe. I'll tell you now, this song is out of here. He was like, I said, nah, bro. I know music, and I know how things sound, and I'm telling you. And within one day, Not Like Us was being played at pool parties, clubs, everywhere. It was everywhere, bro. I believe that song went viral faster than anything that I ever seen in the music industry. So if you're saying that my thing is, right, why would they not do that to other artists then? Like, okay, let's say, you know what? We're going to use deceptive tactics to actually devalue these artists, to pay them less money. Why they don't do that to all the other artists then? Why they didn't do that to Kendrick? Why not do it to Kendrick? Why not use deceptive tactics to actually lower his value? We don't really know what Kendrick asked for, but still in all, whatever you asking for, they don't want to pay. So why they didn't do that to him?
Did it. He know that they do it for him. He knows they do it for all artists, but he doesn't know how. So he can't prove that it happened because he can't find Cujo the bot maker, allegedly, according to him, right? Make it make sense, Drake. They do this for everybody. They've been doing this shit for years. But somehow, some way, you're going to say they did it for Kendrick, and that's why it worked. Kendrick record was going to pop regardless. And the amount of botting you're saying that they did, 50,000, that ain't even a fucking drop in a bucket to make a hit.
Yo, I didn't understand that either. Nigga said, yo, he got 50,000 streams. Bro, cut it out. Cut it out, bro. You talk about Drake and Kendrick here. Kendrick dropped the Heart Part 4, and it did 9 million streams in like 9 million streams or something like that in like 3 hours or something. Like, come on, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Record pop. It's silly, it's goofy, and you know that it makes no sense. And that's why that was removed from the lawsuit. In the beginning, you had Spotify in there too, and you had iHeartRadio in there too, and you took them both out because you couldn't prove it. UMG responded to the dismissal with approval, labeling the lawsuit as an attack on creative freedom. The company stated it should never have been filed in the first place. Not Like Us has become Kendrick Lamar's biggest commercial hit, earning 5 Grammy Awards and anchoring his high-profile Super Bowl halftime performance, not to mention the worldwide tour. You battled him, he won, and you made him bigger than he ever was. He got his biggest hit record, all for you, all for your name, and that hurts, right? It hurts, ouch. I got a boo-boo. It hurt bad. This is why you're trying to sue. You're not going to get no fame back. You're not going to get it's not going to reverse the battle. It's not going to reverse the outcome. It ain't going to reverse your integrity or somehow make people forget that he called you these things. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get monetarily compensated. The court's decision effectively ended Drake's claim that UMG was legally responsible for the song's content. Drake's appeal keeps the lawsuit fight alive, with the case now heading to the Second Circuit for further review. And you Drake fans that are clapping your hands and stomping your feet and encouraging this man to continue should be embarrassed and ashamed. Now, I do realize a lot of the Drake fans have tapped out. They want this to stop, but there is a small pocket that have whole pages dedicated to this lawsuit, so they needed to keep going because their pages are using clips and quotes and this and that and the third to keep the lawsuit going. They need this to go, so they're going to happily continue to fight, right? Just like Jay-Z's son is continuing to fight 20-something years later to prove that's his dad. Drake fans are doing the same thing. They're going to go and fight to no avail. This thing is going nowhere but in circles. But Drake doesn't care. Drake doesn't listen to nobody but Drake, and he really has nothing else to cling to. As a matter of fact, this is more publicity for him. When that Iceman drops, his name gonna be out there in every kind of way possible. This is one more way to stay relevant. So
Well, I guess Drake didn't drop an album in October. I guess we was wrong because it's November and we were all saying, yeah, man, Drake's supposed to be dropping an album this week, Iceman. My boy said something he said something that I believe is probably true. He said that he's scrapping the Iceman's album. Well, Iceman album, not the Iceman's album. He's scrapping the Iceman album and he's going to work on something different. Honestly think that that's a bad idea. I think that Drake should have leaned more into the Iceman theory. He should have did that. I think that it could have been something good. You know what I'm saying? It's already a thing now. Why would you cancel that? You definitely should have an Iceman song, like something. I don't know. I guess what did I miss? Is a part of that whole rollout, but he could have did much better with that. Instead of trying to do a live YouTube, he should have did all pre-recorded things, made it like it was a movie, thought it out. Like it would have been pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. He could have used that as a redemption arc. He could have been like casted out and could have had a guy who looked like Kendrick at the top and he come back, try to, get his get back. I don't know. That's what I would have did. I don't know what the hell he was doing, showing art pieces and stuff and people breaking it down like, no, what he really mean by that is if you look at the history of this. It's like, come on, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. He could just be as intricate as Kendrick. Like, all right.
seeing a man just, like we always say, spiraling, out of control, gambling, drinking, smoking hookah, getting in and out of bubble baths every day, the quote unquote bubble bath rapper, right? I wish I didn't have to report this, but I do. Sad to say, Drake won't let it go, which everybody's telling him, man. We're getting a sue atmosphere. Now we got Cameron suing J. Cole. We're getting silly gang. Hip hop is losing itself, but I'm trying to be the anchor and keep it how it's supposed to be. And with that note, I'm gonna be here. So listen, tap in. All right, CL BMG every Wednesday night.
Hey man, it is what it is. You already know. Yeah, you ever listen to stuff with your eyes closed? Sometimes I like to listen with my eyes closed because I get a better feel of the words. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, you're right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to music with my eyes closed. My mom used to always think I was asleep. Like, I ain't sleeping. My brother used to get offended when I used to be like, you sleep? I ain't sleep. Why would I be sleeping? Like, cause you tired? Yo, my brother is a funny dude, bro. I'm telling you. I ain't sleep. Sleep? Why would I be sleeping? Why? Why would I be sleep? Like, bro, cause you tired. That's why. Oh man, sorry to be shaking the camera, man. This table was shaky. Every time I say something, it seems like it's shakers. Shakers. That's a new word. Shakers. Oh man. So look, how do I feel about this whole thing, man? And let's do a little deep dive on this real quick. Do I believe that Drake thinks that UMG defamed him? No. I just think that Drake knows that he's lost relevancy. This is the only way Drake could use this. And on top of that, he probably can still use it as actual rollout. It didn't work the first time, but he could have did something. But I think that Drake is out here now saying to himself, like, well, I already committed to it. I might as well just go all the way through with it. Might as well. Because if I don't, I'm going to look like a loser to my fans. If I do, I'm going to look like a loser to my non-fans. So I might as well go along with my fans. I might as well go along with it. But what we got to realize is this is not a game you want to play. Just make better music, man. I don't understand why artists just don't understand that. Like, just make better music. Why are y'all out here doing all this? That's all y'all gotta do is make better music, man. That's it. Like, get out here and make some good music. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But either way, man, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Torture Talk. See y'all. Peace. Bye.